Now I'm going to use the software to create a more complex shape or a more intricate shape using a variety of different tools. So I'm going to start with a circle, and I want to make sure it snaps to my grid. So I'm going to click on my grid lock, and it snaps to the dots that are on my page. I'm going to draw a circle. I'm going to draw some more circles, and I'm going to make sure they're evenly spaced, and the grid allows me to do that. Once I've done that, I draw another circle in the middle, and then I'm going to draw a line across it. Now, what I'm drawing is irrelevant, really. All you need to see is actually how I'm using the software. So I want to zoom into my object so I can get a finer detail of what I'm drawing. I can zoom in using the zoom tool, draw a little square around it. I could do that. I can also use these buttons over here to do different things. So I can go to zoom to media, which zooms to the page that we've got. I can zoom to last, which would be the last zoom that we used, or I can zoom to all. Now, zoom to all zooms into everything that you've drawn so far on the page, or even off the page. So you click on that and it will zoom into the right place. Once you've done that, I want to delete the lines below the line. Okay, all the arcs below the line, I want to delete those. So I'm going to delete them. I hit my delete key, and what that does is that deletes a whole object. It can't define between where the lines are, so it can't trim anything off. So I'm going to undo that. You only have one level of undo, by the way. And I click and hold with my left mouse button on the delete any key, and there's different tools in here, and this is the most useful one. Delete part of an object between the nearest two intersections, and that is essentially the trim tool. So I'm going to take my trim tool and I trim off these bits here, and it gives me my object above the line. Now I'm going to trim these last two off here, and then I want to draw some more detail above this circle here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click my grid lock, double click my grid like this, and it allows me to change my grid spacings. Now my grid spacings currently are set to 10 millimeters each. I'm going to change that to be 2. That will make my dots much closer together. It allows me to get a much finer level of detail. I'm going to draw a circle on here, and I'm going to try and get the circle in the same place on this side. Okay, looks about right. I'm going to draw a couple of lines like this. Hopefully the same. Like so. I'm going to trim those off. And then I'm going to draw 2 little circles in the middle. And then there we go. A little character, just using some of the basic tools, and hopefully you give it a go and work it out for yourself.